Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So today we'll see one more concept in our computer networks, that is elements of transport protocol. So in our previous session we have discussed about transport service primitives which are being used to establish the connection and sharing the data, sending and receiving, and also disconnecting or terminating the connection. So now we'll see the elements of transport protocols. Elements of, so first I'll list out all the elements, and then we'll see what is what. The first one is a addressing. So that means the data should be reaching exactly to the target application. So here we said one of the service of transport layer is a process to process communication. So the data should be shared to the correct application. So that is important. Next, connection establishment. Connection establishment. So this already we have seen in our previous session, that is a primitives, right? Connection establishment. Next, connection release after completion of sharing of data. Connection release, and all the remaining are same, which is a flow control. So in order to reduce the data transmission rate by using sliding window protocols, and error control. So first the error should be detected by using different detection mechanisms like checksum, CRC, Hamming code, like that. And we need to send the data in a reliable format. That means without any error the data should be reached to the destination. And the next one, multiplexing. Multiplexing means we need to accept the data from multiple applications at a time. So only multiple applications can be run in the system, so that for multiple applications the data should be transferred without any error. So that is called as a multiplexing. So multiple sources, allowing the data from multiple sources. So these are all the elements of transport protocol. So I'll be concentrating on addressing, connection establishment, and connection release, because already we have seen all these things in our services. Okay, services of transport layer. Now coming to the first one, that is addressing. So as I said that uh, the data should reach the correct application. So what we are saying is application to application, the data will be sent from application to application. Example, let me take you an example. So let us say an application is a email, okay, and parallelly we are using some whatsapp. So the destination is also email and whatsapp, right? So whenever you send an email, okay, email send email and send some data, send data through whatsapp. Okay, so this is a system 1 and system 2. So S1 and S2, system 1 and system 2. So what should be done? So send email to S2, send data to S2. So from S1 to S2. So what happened? This email should be sent to this email in the second system only. So the email should not be sent to WhatsApp of the second system. Email should be sent to the email of another system. Similarly, the WhatsApp should be sent to WhatsApp on another system. So WhatsApp, whenever we are sending some WhatsApp message, it should not go to email of the another system. So application to application. So what application we are using in the system 1, the same system, same application should be used in the system 2. The data should be received there. Okay, so how it can be identified? So with the help of a port numbers. So we know port numbers for every application, there will be a port number. So identifying the port numbers, the data will be reaching towards the correct destination. See, so far we have seen uh, the data has been reached to the system, okay, reached to the LAN through a IP address, and after that it will verify the MAC address. It will check the MAC address to identify the device in the LAN to which it have to be entered. So after that, in that particular system, it need to identify the port numbers to which the data should be sent. Okay, so IP address to identify the LAN network and system, and in the LAN, MAC address is a physical address to identify the device, and port number is used to identify the applications. For every application there will be a port number. So this is how the addressing will be done in transport layer. Next, the second one is a connection establishment. So we have seen different primitives, right? Connection establishment. So before sharing the data, first the connection should be established. After connection establishment, then only the data will be shared between two different systems. So connection establishment means here, so what happens, let us take a client and server. Let us take the two systems as a client and server. So this is a timeline. Okay, this is a timeline. So first the client will be sending one synchronized message, SYN, synchronized message. Okay, in order to, that means it is ready to connect with the server. Ready to connect with the server. So initially what we have studied is server will be in the listen phase. So listen primitive means the server will be accepting, ready to accept the request from the client. Then connect will be done. So connect means this one, the synchronized message will be sent from client to server, and here the sequence number will be also sent to the server. Sequence number, okay, in order to get the acknowledgement. So sequence number is very important. And after receiving this one, the server once again sends a response, that is an acknowledgement which is x plus 1 and also one sequence number y. So this is a sequence number of server and this is a sequence number of client. Okay, so first synchronize message, that means I want to connect with you, I want to share the data with you, so please establish a connection. So like that a message will be sent to the server, so with the sequence number. So for that the acknowledgement will be done. For which acknowledgement is done? X plus 1. Previous message is x, sequence number is x, so x plus 1 is the acknowledgement given from the server to client. Along with that, it will also send the sequence number of server, that is a y. Again the client will send one more message, that is an acknowledgement with y plus 1. So then it is nothing but ready to send the data, ready to share the data between client and server. So three messages will be sent for connection establishment. One is a synchronization and acceptance with another synchronization, and again the acknowledgement. So two acknowledgements. So server will acknowledge the client and client will acknowledge the server. So here three messages are there. So that's why this is called as three-way handshake. Three-way handshake. Three-way handshake. So three-way handshake, after completion of these three messages only the connection will be established. So once the connection is established, then both the systems are ready to share the data. The next primitives are send, receive. So those two will be active stage, right? So this is a connection establishment. So once the connection was done, the data will be shared among the client and server or two systems, and after completion of that, the next one is a connection release. So we need to release the connection. Okay, once the connection is established, why the connection is established means to share the data or to share the resources. And after completion of that, why we have to release the connection means we need to release all the resources which are being holded during the connection. So connection release is must and should. So how it will be released? Similarly, similar to our connection establishment, there will be a client and there will be a server, and there is a timestamp. Here there is a timestamp. Okay, so first the client will be sending a message to the server with a message called fin. Fin stands for finish. So that means a client wants to say to the server that I am done with my all requests. So the communication was done. Okay, about to close. For that, the server will be giving a response. That means acknowledgement. Acknowledgement. Okay, acknowledgement to the message given by the client. So similar here also you can give a sequence number with ex, acknowledgement with ex plus 1. That is done. And once the acknowledgement was done, again the server will send one more message to the client to accepting the finish. So this is also finished. Now the server was sending a finish message to the client so that okay, I am not able to receive any more messages from the client, because client first sends the finish message, and here again it may also send the sequence number y. Again the client will be sending one more message called acknowledgement of the message, for acknowledgement for the message sent by the server. So acknowledgement of y plus 1. Y is a sequence number given by the server. So acknowledgement y plus 1. So here in order to release the connection, it needs a 4 messages. In order to establish the connection, we have seen 3 messages. So here it requires a 4 messages. So that's why this is called 4-way handshake. 4-way handshake. So 3-way handshake is to establish the connection, and 4-way handshake is to release the connection. Release the connection. Okay, right? So mainly these three. Apart from these three, the flow control, already we have seen the sliding window protocols. So the same concept, in order to reduce the data transfer, we are going to use the flow control. And coming to the error control, error detection will be done by using different techniques like checksum or CRC, like that. So it will be done. And also multiplexing. So at a time, multiple applications can send the data. So previous example we have seen email and WhatsApp. At a time, both the applications must use the internet so that some type of data will be shared at a time. So email sharing one data and WhatsApp sharing another data, right? So that is called as a multiplexing. So accepting the multiple inputs from multiple applications, and make sure that the correct data should be sent to the correct application. So the data should be sent to the correct application. So this is the elements of transport protocols. These are all the elements of transport protocols. So hope you understood, and if you are having any queries regarding this one, feel free to post your doubts in the comment section. Definitely I will try to clarify all your doubts. If you really enjoyed the session, like my session, share my session with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.